20th. What can you expect for the month of February 2020? Let's tune in and find out. So Pisces, I just see you having a problem and then just putting your focus on it and it just falls apart. So you just cure it. Whatever it is, whatever kind of like you put your focus on, the ideas are there. There's magic in your ability to be able to deconstruct things that are problematic. You're just in sync and really being able to be in tune with what's going on around you so that you can really assess situations and really problem solve. So just see if there's a problem in front of you, don't be worried about it. Just put a little focus and intention on it, and you're just going to see it just kind of melting. So you have the skill, you have the capacity, you have the insight, the intuition to be able to work out differences, be able to find your way, and to be able to create resolution to kind of whatever's showing up around you. All right, well, we have a full moon in Leo on February 9th, and then we have a new moon in Pisces on February 23rd in your sign, and then we also have lovely Mercury retrograde in your sign as well, Pisces, starting February 16th to March 9th. You don't always have to be nervous about these things, or it's a great opportunity to slow down, dig in, create, redo, just resync or reorganize yourself, reorient. Whatever it is, it's about slowing down and just checking and seeing, is this the way I want it to be? Is time, it's time for a change or time for movement. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to be able to really step back and look and see if we're liking what we're creating or what's going on in our life. And if we don't, this is the time to slow down and to make those shifts. Not especially a great time to launch something new or to put it out there, but a great time to kind of like dig in and redo things. Okay, so let's go into your romantic relationships for those of you Pisces that are in a coupled romantic relationship. Let's see what February has in store for you. It feels, interesting word, medicinal, like very healing, very cathartic. And I just see this kind of like, the symbol for medicine when you see the two snakes up the staff and just that holding, that connection. So it's a very healing and cathartic month for your relationship to heal, to bring back, whether that means there's been a breach in the relationship, or it just means that one of you has suffered a loss, or both of you have suffered a loss, and you're coming back together, or you're just slowing down and just love is healing. Like you have time for love, and that in itself is healing. So there's just this beautiful heartfelt connection of opportunity and healing for the two of you to reconnect and to be, it just feels like doused or just renewed is another word that's coming in with love for each other. Okay, really nice. Let's see what else is in store for you guys, or if there's a particular time frame that's better than the others in the month. There may be some, a little bit of like kind of stop at the beginning of the month. But the full moon in Leo is really nice. I really like that for you. And also the new moon in Pisces in your sign on the 23rd, towards the end of the month, feels really good as well. And opening towards the end of the month, just really shining brightly. I like that a lot. So especially being able to take time for yourself, I feel like things will be slowed down a little bit. There's some breathing room around you that will give you an opportunity to actually be connected. There might be something in the beginning of the month that might have you a little bit like at odds, or trips one of you up, that you need the support of the other, or vice versa, right? So how that goes, right? Like one of you's doing great and then the other one falls, and you bend down to pick that one up, you get them up, and then you fall. It's kind of like, the good news is you're both not, face down in it at the same time. So there's a support there of your partner, point being. Okay, so let's look at single Pisces. Let's see what's in store for you for the month of February. there's an excitement here that's available for you if you're willing to take it slow. And I know it's hard, but pull your head out of the clouds and slow down. And by slowing down, just resist the temptation to kind of like fall head over heels in love, but to slow down and just kind of get to know them, like listen, almost as an observer. Like, you know, like you don't really care that much. It's almost like a tactic with yourself so you don't fall head over heels in love so quickly. So, you know, just kind of holding a little reserve back will give you more time to really build a deeper, longer, more loving relationship. I don't see any problem with suitors, you know, people coming around you, lots of opportunity to connect with people, lots of romance in the air, and this is why I'm cautioning you just to kind of take it slow. And retrogrades historically can bring old loves back into your life. So just make sure that if you're dating somebody again, that you're taking it slow and seeing if, you know, has the situation resolved itself that had you not be together in the first place, right? And maybe it has. Maybe it was just they lived in a different part of the country, or maybe they were, you know, seeing somebody and now they're not, right? So there can be life changes that happen that make them now a better candidate for you. Or it could be that it's just, you know, you're lonely and you're falling back in bed together, in which case just, you know, see it for what it is then, that nothing's really changed, but you're just lonely, right? So just have an awareness around your own feelings and remember what happens with the retrograde, right? It just keeps us from seeing some aspect. And then when the retrograde goes direct, when Mercury goes direct, then suddenly we get the other piece of information that we were blind to, like, oh, this is why I stopped seeing them, right? So if it's not corrected, just know that, you know, you're likely to end up the same way unless it was you, unless you were the one who wasn't corrected and now you're correcting it within yourself. In which case, then great, then there's an opportunity for this love to stick. Okay, so let's look at career for you Pisces. That's what's in store for your career for February. Well, I sort of feel like you're holding your breath, and it could be just riddled with uncertainty, not knowing which direction to take. Is this the right thing for me? You know, and I can understand when you have so many creative ideas and you can see so much opportunity for yourself, which one is the right opportunity, right? Like, am I going to be happy doing this when I could be doing this? Or when I'm doing this, could I be doing that, right? So this is the month, just play. Do your best not to overcommit yourself or over book yourself. You want to leave plenty of room, especially, you know, with retrogrades, the things are always changing, appointments get moved around. So the things that you do have planned for yourself, leave plenty of buffer on either side of them just to give you more breathing room and margin of error if things get canceled and rescheduled, sort of thing. But all in all, I feel like there's a lot of creative energy that you have, and you're just being asked to slow down and kind of sit with it and see what's being pulled up and out of you, like what's being led, like what's in front of you. You know, just notice what's in front of you and take a step towards that. And, I can feel that, you know, when you're somebody who's got a lot of ideas, there's always that danger of, this isn't it, because you've got so many opportunities for something else to be it. If you can just let go and try it on, and think of it that way. I'm just going to try this on. I'm going to see how it feels. I'm going to try it on and see how it feels. But try it on, give yourself enough time, whether it's, 3 months or 6 months or 3 weeks or 6 weeks. Give it enough time for you to actually make it a proper assessment about the situation, if it feels right for you or not, right? And that's just by you slowing down, it's going to give you a greater sense of certainty inside of yourself as to if it's the right move for you or not. Okay, let's look at money for you guys. I feel money's good. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity for money. Where I feel you could get hurt is in overspending, or that you've already overspent and now you're paying it off, right? Whether it was Christmas or Hanukkah or an expensive vacation. There's just, I feel like there's some overages that you're paying, or whether it was a misstep and you bought a new car and you shouldn't have, things like that where we go, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But I can feel a little bit of tension in the jaw, just kind of gritting your teeth about what you have to pay for, what you have to do. But, so it feels a little squeezed, right? Like just that feeling a little bit squeezed. But I also know that you're resourceful, you're creative, and you can also like create new opportunities for money kind of like out of the blue. So if you really want to make more money, I don't see any problem with you generating more income and having more money coming in. I feel like it's the spending and previous spending that maybe has you like, out of breath. But the good news is you have money to make ends meet. You have enough to pay your bills and pay them on time. And if you don't, then you've got the creative energy to be able to think about and create where can I get more money, whether it's in the form of a loan or whether it's in the form of another job, being task oriented. But absolutely, the money is there if you use a little ingenuity. Okay, let's look at your health. How is your health for Pisces? I feel like your stamina's been low. I feel like you've been down a little bit. You guys feel a little bit depressed to me. And it could just be circumstances. You may have had, like as a lot of people have, you may have had losses. Relationships could have fallen apart. You may have suffered like a miscarriage or the death of a loved one. But it's just this kind of sadness, exhaustion that I'm picking up. The good news is that, this is part of life. And if you can breathe through the moments, go through the sadness, go through the fear, and just breathe it. And, with the mantra, this too shall pass, it allows the emotion to go through you. And as it goes through you, then, then you're greeted with what's next, right? It's the fastest way to get through it, right? Just go through the emotion, use a mantra that's going to support you, all is well, or this too shall pass, things like that are going to allow you to see the positive in things. And I do feel like your health is going to get back on track this month. It feels like you're going to be building strength. You're going to be building stamina this month. So I feel like where you may enter the month a little weak, a little tired, a little empty, I feel like you're going to end the month with a big crescendo. Like, yeah, just like it feels like so many good things happen by the end of the month that you're completely refueled. There's just more opportunity coming in. And whether that's, you've met somebody new, or whether you've got a good deal that went together, or you found the right doctor, or you've been dieting and exercising appropriately and you just actually feel better. But there's an influx of energy coming in for you at the end of the month. Okay, let's look and see if there's anything unexpected for Pisces for this month. Yeah, I do feel an unexpected opportunity coming in for you. It might be in the form of a career move, or just another lateral move in which you take on a second or a third job, or a temporary assignment. And it feels fun to me. It feels like it's writing. It feels like it's creative. It could even be just helping out a friend to do something momentarily, whether somebody wants you to come and help organize their house, or redo their house, or whether it's your problem solving for somebody else. But there's an opportunity to generate more additional income, which will help for some of that overspending that's happened. But it definitely feels like it's fun. It doesn't feel exhausting or tiring. It feels like it's a good gig, even if it is temporarily. It could even be that somebody hires you and you go to work for a catering company on weekends, right, for a month, and doing things that way. So it feels unexpected. It feels service related, where you're doing something for somebody else and getting paid for it. For those of you, could be a public service announcement. It could be an acting gig. It could be a speaking situation where you get paid for. But it just is unexpected. It's very much welcomed. And it brings more money in. So that's always good. All right, Pisces. So all in all this month, it feels like this, you're going to end up with more energy, more opportunity, taking it slow in the beginning, using that retrograde energy to your benefit by slowing down, enjoying yourself, redoing things, taking time. Remember, this is not the time during that February 16th to March 9th. You really want to give yourself more time around appointments and watch travel. You know, that can be a little iffy. And then as well as not buying anything big, right? Like obviously if your freezer goes out, you need to replace it, right? Things like that. It's also really not the opportune time to sign a lease or to change, you know, to go to work for somebody, but there are practical things that sometimes you have to move. So just know that because it's generally considered not a temporary situation, you want to keep that in your mind. So just don't think this is the end all be all, because it's probably not going to be. But you know, we still have to move forward. We still have to take care of ourselves. So just do the best you can, knowing that change is afoot there. All right, you guys, have an amazing month, and happy birthday to all you Pisces that are going to have birthday in February and early March. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month. And if you like my intuitive astrology, please click like, share it with your friends, comment below, and I hope to see you again next month.